Hello lovelies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Brianna Monea here. Y'all already know I'm jumping right into it. So I'm starting out filling out her brows. Her brows are pretty nicely full and already shaped, so I'm just lightly filling them in just to make them a little deeper because she does have the lashes on, so you want to make sure it matches up, but we're not going too crazy with the brows today. I'm going in with my Too Faced concealer in the shade Chestnut. I really started to like using the concealer that is your shade for the brows and not the highlighter one. I'm trying out new techniques and different products and everything in this video, but I really started to like this because sometimes with your client or yourself, if it's the right color and it has the right brightness to it but also matches your skin tone, I say just go with that instead of the hassle of trying to do two to get that brow highlight, unless you really like it. But girl, this works just fine, and the color payoff is obviously way better than having a lighter concealer under there. So yeah, and I'm not gonna drag that concealer all the way down because I am gonna use a new product. It's I'll show you guys, but definitely I don't want to bring it all the way down because I don't need a base. I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques concealer brush just to blend out her brows. I'm not gonna bring this all the way down because I won't be needing a base. Later on in the video I'll be using a liquid like a cream eyeshadow, so I'm not gonna bring this all the way down. I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I use this as a moisturizer. I like to do my eyebrows first and then get into skincare because I like my skincare to be fresh and nice and ready when I put that foundation on. I feel like I'm gonna be saying this a lot because I feel like we got a relationship now, but if you know, you know. I'm going in with my Hourglass primer in Vanish. I love this. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you don't, go back to my old videos and get to know. I'm also going to take my e.l.f. grip primer. I am trying this new technique where I use certain primers in certain areas instead of all over the face. So I use the grip in the middle of her face and I use the Vanish for the outside of her face. I really like this technique. But now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline foundation, the matte one in the shade Mocha. I usually use deep golden or golden for her, but it is winter and she did get lighter. So we're going to go in with this. So she has discoloration. Discoloration is totally normal. I have discoloration too, where the outsides of my face is darker than the insides of my face, but the outsides of my face match my body. So I just match my foundation with my body and I bring everything together with my concealer. Taking my NYX Prime Set setting spray, and I'm just going to use that to help me blend out, and then I'm going on my Real Techniques brush, just using patted motions to make sure that foundation is really locked into her skin. Taking that same concealer I use for her eyebrows, and I'm just going to conceal her T-zone and her highlighted areas. The highlighted shade, which pretty much wasn't needed, but I did it anyway. I used Too Faced concealer in the shade Butterscotch. Going in with my black opal foundation stick in the shade Ebony Brown, I'm dipping the brush into the product and then going in on her face, it helps you blend and gives you a nice soft contour instead of putting the product directly on the face and having to blend out that harsh line. You always want to have some type of setting spray or mist nearby because your products will dry out throughout the process. So you always want to help use the mist to help you blend everything out. I'm going back and forth between the concealer brush and the contour brush just to make sure everything is nicely smooth and nothing is giving harshness. It doesn't look like concealer then contour. Everything is going to look nice and smooth. Trust the process always. I'm using a lot of new products on her that I never used before. So I'm going in with my Huda setting powder in the shade Cinnamon Bun, I think it is. Everything will be down below. But I've used Huda powder before. I love Huda powder, but I never used this shade on her. Or I actually never used Huda powder on her. Let's just say that. But I definitely never used this shade. I'm taking this shade for everywhere except for under her eye. I'm going to take a little bit under her eye, but I'm going to also go in with another Huda powder, a lighter one, just to give that brightness. Taking the lighter Huda powder in the shade Kunafa, and I'm really setting under her eyes. This is the brightening one. It came out really nice, especially with the powder puff. And if you look on my hand, you see that I dust away some of the powder first. Like I tap it on my arm first, then I go in. I don't just dip into the powder and then go straight on the face. That's how you get all those little bubbles and cracks, and it doesn't look as seamless and airbrush. Taking a little bit of the darker Huda powder, literally just to access little drops, and I'm setting around the perimeter of the face just to make sure that the foundation is locked in and I didn't miss anything and the face is really set all over. I'm going in with the Juvias Place bronzer in the shade Dark. I never used this palette on her. I've used the Juvias bronzer before, but I've never even used this palette. So this palette is new. So I'm just going in with the top shade just to sculpt her face. Then I will be going in with the bottom shade to contour. Instead of dipping into both and going in at the same time, this gives more of an even airbrush look. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I just recently did New York Fashion Week again for the second time. I did Tia Adiola's show, and Bobbi Brown sponsored it, so they gave us a bunch of their new products or products that they have come out with. I'm really not sure, but they gave us these like cream eyeshadow sticks. I used them on Fashion Week and they were beautiful, so I used it here. I thought this shade was going to be like a lighter brown. I didn't think it was going to be this dark. It almost looks as if it's like grayish kind of. I mean, overall the look still came out nice, but I did want like a dark brown shade, not this dark. I'm going in with my Juvias Place palette. This is the Warrior 2 palette, and I'm going in with those brown shades. I thought that this would lighten it up, but it didn't lighten it up. But I did also want to set it, so that's just what I'm doing here. It still came out flawless, so it doesn't even matter. When I'm doing a soft glam like this, I like to just pat on that eyeshadow with the fluffy brush. It blends it out for me, so I don't really have to do too much blending at all. Like when you just pack it, it just gives it like, I don't even know how to like describe it, but I'm literally just lightly packing that in there, and it's just already giving that soft glam. I'm taking this cute Wet n Wild liner in the shade Simmer Brown now. I thought the name was so cute, and because it was 99¢, girl, I had to go get it. It reminds me of Morphe Trendsetter, but it's a little darker, but I still rock with it. It still came out flawless, and it went with the eyeshadow really, really nice. And this lip liner is really, really long, and it's the lip liners that you have to sharpen, which is really great because you can literally use this until it's a little pencil. I love liners that you can just sharpen away because you can literally get your bang for your buck, and this is 99¢. You cannot go wrong. Like, look how long that thing is. You're gonna be sharpening this thing until it go down. What? For real though, because you know the other pencils that you can't sharpen and then it breaking, and that's it. The ink is out. But I'm taking a small lip liner brush. A small brush to help me blend out the lip liner. Look at me, y'all, trying out a new product. So I found this product on Instagram. This I kept seeing this brand and all like the makeup on my explore page, so I wanted to give her a try. She got like nice products, so I wanted to see what it was giving, and I saw this and I thought, this is really good, especially for a kid. Like when you travel and you're a makeup artist and you have all these little small palettes, if you have something like this, it is genius. And I wanted to see what it gives. So what do you guys think? From one side to another, I think it came out really, really cute. I think it really gave an airbrush flawless finish. It was really, really nice. I was actually really impressed, if I'm being honest. I'm going in with another palette from her brand, the KKAO Beauty, and she has a blush palette. This caught my eye first. This is the first thing I wanted. Like, I was like, oh no, I have to try it out. It was really pretty. It was nice and soft. You just have to keep building it up. So I did go in with a deeper shade just to like, really show that blush. If you're a beginner, this is really perfect for you because you do have to build this up versus other brands where you may have to like brush the powder off and like lightly, thread lightly with it. This one you can really, really pack it on as you go. I kept going in with it because I just wanted that really like blush look. I love it. in with that same brush I used for the KKAO Beauty, like that foundation, that pressed powder palette. I'm going in with that and my foundation brush just to make sure everything is really nicely smoothly blended and not on top of each other. I'm going to go in with my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray just to make sure everything is locked in. I'm going to take my NYX Lingerie lipstick in the shade Baby Doll, and I'm just putting that in the center of her lips and then having her blot, just so, because it is a lighter shade, you don't want to go too crazy. And then I'm going to take a small brush just to help me blend out everything, so it's really not too bright. To calm everything down, I'm going in with the clear gloss. This is from the beauty supply store. Y'all, this is the same exact sticky formula as the matte gloss. I know when I'm feeling like I want to be that girl, I do go splurge and get the matte gloss. Like, listen, I'm not gonna say I don't be getting it, but it is literally the same thing, like literally. So get that beauty supply store gloss, girl. And that is it, y'all. This look is super cute, super beginner friendly. Like, it is really simple. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. For my makeup content, follow at Beats by B. For my personal content, follow at Brianna Monea. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Hope to see y'all next video. Bye.